Yo, what is going on, guys? So, the latest chapter of Beyblade X came out yesterday. A little bit late getting this out, but I had to work, so my bad. Um, a lot happens in this chapter, so if you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch the video. I don't know why I have to say this over 20 chapters in, but people still get mad about spoilers. Yes, spoilers in the title, spoilers on the thumbnail, big spoilers. Uh, don't watch the video if you don't want spoilers. Um, but we're going to talk about it and why I don't think it's what you think it is. So it's not clickbait. It did happen, but we're going to talk about it and why I don't take it at face value. So last chapter, Roji showed up. He's a member of Team Zodiac. He's got Perseus. He shows up basically to challenge Team Persona. And so, he shows up and they're basically, yo, what's the meaning of this? And he instantly challenges Bird. And Bird's like, what? Why me? He's like, well, basically, I'm here to vet the teammates of Tenka. So, are her current teammates in Persona sort of like up to par with her? Are they like worthy of being her teammates type thing? So basically, the challenge is that if he wins, Bird has to quit Team Persona. Yeah, so the terms are intense. Everybody's like, "What, guys? Everybody's like, Bird, you don't have to do that. That's that's a bad idea." Um, but if they win, they get 100 star chips. So obviously, that's a massive amount. In the manga, that sort of jumps them forward quite a bit. So I imagine that maybe the manga or the anime fleshes out some of this a little bit more. I because the pacing for the manga is just like so much faster than the anime, just because they only publish once a month. But um, yeah, so everybody's trying to talk Bird down, and Bird says, "Okay, let's do it. I'm a pro blader after all. Don't underestimate me." Um, and Taisha's like, "Bro, Bird, don't do it. I've invested a lot in this." But yeah, Bird's feeling pretty confident. He's got his new Hell's Reaper Beyblade going up against Perseus Dark. They start the battle. They go into the typical sort of fluff about the new releases, which they do every chapter that a new release comes out. They start talking about the new Beyblade and its gimmicks and stuff. So Perseus is supposed to be a defense type. Hell's Reaper obviously is a balance type, and it sort of goes into details on the typing, the balance typing. Multi talks about how it's a harder type to use. It's not super easy, so I guess if you can be good at balance, you can be good at anything. So Bird tries to extreme dash. It doesn't end up working, but in a turn of events, that's actually what he intended. That was just a ploy to get him to waste energy or whatever. And he actually, his whole intention was to outspin Perseus, um, which he does. So he ends up outspinning Perseus, and he wins the match. Gets 100 star points, and Bird gets his first win. Everybody's super excited for him. Bird's even like, bro, I won? What just happened? Cross is like, you did it, Bird! Great job, that's amazing. And yeah, it gets 100 star chips. Everybody's super excited. With this, they've finished the star battle, so they need all of the chips to fight Tenka's mom, I guess now. So that was real quick, conveniently quick for the manga. I'm hoping I'm hoping they flesh all of this stuff out a little more. Maybe with the other teams getting their star chips. It feels really quick. I'm not complaining about the pacing because I know how coro is. You've got like 30 to 40 pages per month to try to stuff in all of this stuff, and it has to keep up with the releases of the new toys and stuff. So I get it. That's how coro manga is. It's not a weekly like Shonen Jump series or whatever. So yeah, they're basically done with the challenge. So now they can fight Tenka's mom. But Cross says, hey, battle me too. I've got a new Beyblade as well. I can't wait anymore. I want to battle too. And meanwhile, Bird's, preoccupied talking about, his big win or whatever. And then Bird notices out of the corner of his eye, X has burst, like insta loss. So we see him sort of return back to his team, and he's like, we see a new guy. He's like, how is Persona? He's like, no problems. In fact, it went smoother because you weren't there. Everything's going according to plan. But I don't think it was a true win. I think his opponent let him win. And there's a couple indicators that's the case. So the fact that when he returns back to base, he's like, how was it? There was no problems. It went smoothly. Everything's going according to plan. What plan? Well, the whole intention was to go and battle Bird. So, and he says it went smoothly. So unless his intention was to give up 100 star chips to Team Persona and feel out what they were using or whatever, then it wouldn't make sense to say that. So it's implied that he let Bird win. The other indicator is that X immediately lost. So unless Bird just immediately jumped past X's level, then it doesn't make sense that Cross would lose and Bird would win this matchup. Also, Cross asking to battle, I think, was Cross's way to feel out whether or not he was taking it easy on Bird. Like, yes, Cross always wants to battle, but I think this is sort of like a clever way to show that maybe Cross was suspicious of the win. Not to try to detract from Bird. I mean, I guess I am, but I don't think it was a I don't think it was a true win. We can count it as a win. We can count it as Bird's first win, because whether or not somebody lets you win or not is still a win. However, I don't think it's a true win. I'm pretty sure it was his intention to lose to begin with. He shows up, challenges Bird, gives him 100 star chips, returns to his base and says, yeah, no problems, went totally smooth, everything went as planned. That implies that the turnout of the battle was intentional. So Bird got his win, but I don't think it was an earned win, unfortunately. I've seen a lot of comments already. Bird got his first win. Everybody's freaking out. Everybody's like hyping up Bird. But I think it goes a little bit deeper than what we saw at face value. So I'm interested to know everybody's thoughts. So I think that the chapter's already been translated. Don't ask me where to get it. I buy the coro chapter every month. Support the official release. I don't link to scans. I don't know where to get it. Don't ask me. I'm sure a Google search can find it, but support the official release. But the chapter was interesting. It was good. Obviously, like the main focus was just the singular battle, but there's a lot of stuff injected into this chapter that I thought was really interesting. So obviously they got the star chips that they needed to now fight Tenka's mom, which is interesting. I'm very interested to know where they go after they fight Tenka's mom, or maybe they go fight her and they lose, and then they have to get 100 more star chips. I don't know. It's so hard to predict Beyblade X, but I don't know. I thought it was really interesting. I liked seeing Bird win. That felt good. I just wish it felt more more genuine. Like his first win doesn't even feel really like a win once you take like the full context of what happened. But I think it's interesting that Cross had sort of the foresight to be like, hey, I want to battle too. And then sort of that panel where it shows that he lost. I don't think there's a lot that you can take away from this panel in terms of like the drawing. Like, is he devastated that he lost? I don't think so. He might be devastated for Bird because he knows that the guy that he just fought is on a completely different skill level. And so that's not going to feel good to Bird in a rematch. So what are they going to do in that situation? I don't know. I mean, Bird's got he's got to have a legit win at some point. I just can't. It's just impossible to think that Bird legitimately won when this last panel firmly insinuates that the plan was to lose and give them 100 chips to begin with. So I don't know. I'm interested to know everybody's thoughts. It was a very interesting chapter. I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. Let me know your comments down below. I'll be responding to everybody's sort of theories and questions and sort of thoughts on what happened. Obviously, hit the like for the algorithm. Subscribe if you guys haven't already for future Beyblade content. Looking forward to the next chapter quite a bit. I think it'll be interesting. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Yeah, see you guys later.